is the 30th of October, 2015, and this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And here we go again. We got the weekend just ahead.
Woo-hoo.
Weather's going to be fantastic. In fact, the weather's going to be fantastic. We might have had a little bit of rain this week in some areas. Not everybody got rain. There was a sprinkle or two about Wednesday or so, but not everybody got it.
That's right.
All right, but what a beautiful time of year. I love this time of year.
It's the best.
Yeah,
it's the best.
Lots of color in the leaves, and everything is a little chilly, and football and crisp nights, and oh boy. All right, today's the 30th, and that means today is National Candy Corn Day.
Gross. I mean, wonderful.
You're not a candy corn person?
I am not. Are
really?
you?
No, I used to be when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still a kid, but that's beside the point.
I want like a Snickers day.
Oh, okay. All right, well, we can arrange that. Tonight is Mischief Night.
Oh.
Ha-ha. Trick or treat. Mischief Night. Well, no, trick or treat's tomorrow night. And speaking of tomorrow is Carve a Pumpkin Day. Tomorrow is Increase Your Psychic Powers Day.
That is a thing. It is truly written down. Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
It is. Yeah.
But, you know, I will look at your header. It does say bizarre and unique holiday.
Bizarre and unique.
That would fall under
That's
bizarre.
Bizarre, kind of bizarre.
That's bizarre.
Yeah. Oh, you ever been to the bazaar downtown Goldsboro?
I have.
Isn't that great?
It is wonderful.
Yes.
It is opened Fridays and Saturdays.
And Sundays.
And Sundays. There's a lot of different businesses represented, a lot of great finds, beautiful pieces, and great people. I mean, if you go in there and don't know somebody, I promise you by the time you leave, you will have a couple of new friends.
That's
it is
exactly
a
right.
wonderful atmosphere, and all the vendors are happy to be there and working together. It's great.
And now with Center Street paved and everything, it's easy to get. Well, it was easy to get in and get out before. You could park behind the building.
Right.
And it's just a great place. It's the Bazaar. I forget the whole name of it, but it's Bazaar. It's on North Center Street, downtown Goldsboro. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Center Street Bazaar.
Yeah. There you go.
There you
Center
go.
Street Bazaar. There you go. All right. Let's see what else we have. Oh yes.
You know, tonight there'll be the Thriller Flash Mob.
Yeah, the Flash Mob.
Flash Mob downtown. So go on and get downtown about 6 o'clock, and I think that starts at 6:30. And then we've been talking about the Paramount Theater has a double feature. They've got the movie Clue and Ghostbusters.
That's tonight. Oh boy.
So go downtown. You can do that. And patronize a restaurant downtown or anywhere else in our community. Don't cook tonight. How about we be your free pass? Go spend your money somewhere out. Yeah. Don't clean up. Order out.
Okay.
Fun night. Okay, twist my arm.
Okay. Well, you work hard. You deserve, be good to yourself this evening. It's a special night. A special night for family. Get the family together and just have fun. See the Flash Mob and all these weirdos out there. I mean, zombies
they're not
out
weirdos,
there. Well,
they're zombies.
Zombies, I beg your pardon. Well, I get them confused. Anyway, I'm confused. Get those zombie things going, and they'll dance and boogie.
That's right. Thriller.
That's right. Thriller. That's right.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
I think we got a star next year for Dancing Stars, maybe.
Well, I'm more like an asteroid. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, man.
No. Let's see now.
Man.
Let's see. We did that. We did all that stuff. Okay.
We've done all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm going home.
It's not quite time to go home.
Okay.
We got some more work to do.
We got a lot of stuff to do here.
Yes.
Wayne County Jazz Showcase. Oh, boy. This is coming up on October. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. If you went, I want to hear all about it. Hope you enjoyed that. It was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about this today coming up at the Peggy M. Seeger Center?
Yes.
At 10 o'clock, there's a Learn Fitness Equipment. Now, a Learn Fitness Equipment class, which is a great thing because you may think, of course I know how to use the equipment, or I can figure it out. It's like the biggest mistake anybody can make.
Yes.
Don't make an assumption because you could hurt yourself.
That's right.
So they've got that going on at 10 o'clock, chair exercise at 10:30.
That's good.
They've got the movie The Night America Trembled at 2 p.m.
That's a scary movie.
And then a Facebook clinic. So just how you can learn to use Facebook either to stay in touch with your family or friends, reconnect. I know that last weekend I celebrated all weekend long. I celebrated my 15-year high school reunion. And I had been online trying to find some really neat ideas to reconnect with class members. Because, 15 years is a long time. But what I found was you can't play these games of, I wonder what Sally Q's up to now because of Facebook. I know what everybody's doing. I know what they had for dinner last night.
Interesting. Okay, we're going to go to our next segment and we'll be right back. Our guest today is First Lieutenant Elizabeth Vaughan of Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. And how are you?
Well, thank you, sir. Very good this morning. Already had our morning PTs, so.
Your morning PTs already?
Yes, all done.
I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming in.
Well, thank
We
you.
want to talk about an event that's going to be coming up soon at Seymour Johnson. It's called Run for the Fallen.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Well, we're very excited about it. Where it all came from. As military people, we go a ton of different places, and we're always trying to make it our home. And I've been to 4 or 5 bases visiting in different locations, and there's something special about Goldsboro. And we met. No, it is, and it's not the location, or it's not necessarily. I mean, it's beautiful. It's nice and green here, but it's the people. Everywhere you go, everyone's very friendly, and they're always saying, hey, what can we do to help you with the base?
Really?
So we ran into a woman who actually said she was stationed here in 2003, and her husband was killed in action. And she said 2 things really stood out to her. Well, the first one was the response from the community, and not necessarily the base, because we kind of expected the base to come together, but the whole community came together. And she just said, I was just overwhelmed. I never felt a group of people come together and say, hey, how can we help you? And the second thing that stood out was there was a charity called the Air Warrior Courage Foundation. And she had heard about different charities, but this one came in and said, hey, we're so sorry for your loss. There's a lot of concerns that you're gonna have. You have 2 small children. One concern you're not gonna have is making sure they get to go to college. And they did scholarships funds for her. And she, from that experience, she continued on in the Air Force, retired, moved back to Goldsboro.
Wow.
And we ran into her, and as company grade officers on base, we always do a fundraiser. And we wanted to do something that was a little more personal this year and that hit close to home. And we thought, wouldn't it be neat if we got to put on an event where we could honor the community and we could honor what this charity is doing? And that's really where the Run for the Fallen comes. It's our 3rd annual event, and this year all the proceeds are going to benefit the Air Warrior Courage Foundation. Great charity that we fell in love with and said, we want to help them.
That is wonderful. Well, tell me about how does the event break down? There's how long are the runs? I mean,
well, let's say I'm not much of a runner. I will say it's a joke, but putting on an event.
I only run when I'm being chased.
There you go, exactly.
That's
or
a daily thing.
if there's ice cream involved.
Exactly, ice cream or popcorn.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me about it.
We'll start if you're a very serious runner.
Right.
We have a half marathon.
Okay.
And the big highlight is, we often can't get people on base. That's always that. You got to get to the gate, got to have a pass.
Right.
This is one day where if you register online for the race, you can actually come and you can go on the base.
Oh.
So it's open to the public.
Excellent.
And so if you are a serious runner, you want to run a long distance, you're going to actually go a half marathon, and you're going to run on the same exact runway that the F-15s, the loud, like the very, very loud jets you hear.
Yes.
You're going to get to run on that.
Oh, that's great.
So
can you make noise as you're running? You can go. Bing.
Yes, you gotta make your best imitation. Maybe it's the afterburner or whatever it is.
Afterburner. Yeah. Boom.
And it's long. I don't know if you realize that we actually just got it USA Track and Field certified, and the guy who did it said, "Wow, this is one of the prettiest routes I've ever seen. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it." And the nice thing, it's pretty flat, so don't worry, guys. Don't be scared by it.
So it's not uphill. Or anything.
No uphills.
Uphill both ways.
So we got our half starting at 8 a.m. and that's going to be a great event for people. And if you've never run one, I ran my first one last year at the Run for the Fallen. So it was, it wasn't too painful.
and just in case you're not familiar, I think a half marathon is what, 13 miles?
13.1.
13
so I mean, once you get past like the 5th one, you're good.
Yeah,
so you may want to flag down the golf cart a couple of times, but you just, that pride will get you through.
Okay, so we have a certified half marathon.
Yes, as well as a certified 5K, and that'll be
okay.
starting at 8:30. So, and it's great. It's pet friendly. If you want to walk it, if you want to bring a stroller, we have clubs
great.
on base that have different events. So, like the dog club is coming. We're going to have people who, one of the things when they have young kids, they're just out there trying to get exercise and strolling, so they're going to go out there. So it's a neat idea to have everyone involved and just get, enjoy the nice fall weather. It's been great. Today is a little rainy, but, we're hoping for good weather.
Yeah,
so.
I would hope so. Now, this is November 14th?
November 14th, yep, it's a Saturday, so the gates will open in the early morning. People can come, get stretched, going off. We'll have our opening ceremony at 7:30, and there'll be runs at 8, 8:30, and then we'll have a fun run for the little ones, anyone that's under the age of 12, be able to go out there and enjoy just like some competition, but we got bubbles and silly string and all
that's
sorts
my
of
speed.
stuff. Yeah,
I like the
there
bubbles.
You go. You can go on the bounce house, you
Oh,
can get
boy.
some face painting.
I love it. That's good. That's me right there.
And personally, I go to events for the food, so we have food trucks there. We're gonna have ice cream donated. I mean, the city of Goldsboro and just the surrounding community has been so generous. People like Matthews Motors.
I know Steve.
Phenomenal people and just wonderful to talk with, and really believed in what we were doing, and
really
we're just
good
so
people.
grateful for them.
That is wonderful.
Yes.
Wow, this is going to be a big
It will be a big
event.
event,
Yeah.
yes.
Out on the flight line? And
Out on the flight line. So
but now the planes will not be taking off as you're running.
We just got confirmation that we have the airfield closed. So
This is good.
Very
This
good.
is a
We
thing.
can't do a flyover or anything like that.
Right.
A little bit of conflict of interest, but
Okay, so November 14th, 8 o'clock, the first run takes off, 8:30 the second, the 5K, and then after that...
then we'll follow with the family fun run.
Oh, I was talking about the food. When is the food?
Oh, well, the food is going to be there the whole time, so don't worry, guys. If you like breakfast foods, we'll have coffee, hot chocolate,
All right.
Things like that. Hey, because if you're cheering those people on, and that's what's so neat too. We had a lot of people say, "Hey, I don't want to run, but I want to, support one of my friends that's coming." And if they go onto the website, they can actually, if they go to runsignup.com and then they look for the 2015 Run for the Fallen, they can actually sign up for free as a volunteer or as a spectator.
Okay.
Get access to the base and be able to cheer them on.
That's great, but now you have to sign up beforehand.
You do have to sign up beforehand.
And you have to have a valid government-issued ID.
Well, you don't have to have you want to make sure, it doesn't have to be that military government one, but
say a
yes,
driver's license.
driver's license.
Driver's
exactly.
license, all right. A valid driver's license will work.
Yes, exactly.
And when I say government issued,
yes, I think about that.
I know, I should have corrected that. But anyway, a driver's license, some kind of formal ID will get you on base, and you don't have to go through the visitor center, I guess?
Well, they'll have your name on a list. They'll match
okay.
it up with your ID, and then you'll just get on.
Well, there you go. It's so easy.
Yeah, we've been really just grateful for not only how the community has helped us, but how the base has, because it is a big event. We close roads, we do different things, and everyone has just said, you know what, we want to do this. We want to be able to honor the fallen. We want to be able to build those community ties, and just a great opportunity.
Lieutenant Vaughan, I'll tell you, Seymour Johnson Air Force Base has been here a number of years, and we in the community, Wayne County, City of Goldsboro, and all the surrounding cities and towns as well, we're very proud of our base here. We have kind of taken it under our wing.
Yes, most
no
definitely.
pun intended, okay? And we love the base. We love the personnel here, and Colonel Slocum now and all the staff out there. They just do an amazing job with our Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. We're very proud.
It's just great leadership on both parts, and that's just so wonderful to be able to have that. Yeah, Colonel Slocum, he's a hard charger, and he cares about people, and that's really, it's kind of one of those weird things where people always say, okay, well, make sure you care. And when you see that, when you see someone that cares, it makes all the difference.
No question. Well, tell me about First Lieutenant Elizabeth Vaughan. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Dallas,
Texas. That's what I claim. So
hey, y'all.
You can't see, but I got my Tony Llamas on today. So I
noticed that. I noticed that.
And a lot of people in the military are actually from Texas.
Yeah.
Anytime we see each other, we're always very pro-Texas, so we tend to kind of be almost on the, some people may argue that we're a little obnoxious about our state, and there's some, if you look at the North Carolina state flag and the Texas flag, I think they stole it from us, even though historically...
Whoa. Let's not even go there. Although I will say that Texas is the only state that's flown under 7 different flags
Very much so.
7 national
And it can be
flags.
as high as the American flag. Did you know that? Because it was its own country.
It was its own nation at one time. It was its own sovereign country. Texas was at one time.
But
well, let's not get carried away here, okay?
I know we're on a Texas brigade,
No.
but but it's neat. Like my family are missionaries, and so they travel all around the world. And when I was looking at kind of what I wanted to do after I graduated college, that was something where I thought, wow, wouldn't it be great to be able to give back to a country that's given so much. There's so many people that have gone before us and that have fought for our freedoms. And going to different countries where you see, wow, education, that's not a right. You know, it's a privilege. All those things and just our freedoms. It's an honor to be able to serve each day and to have the support and just help from everyone around us. So.
How long have you been in the Air Force?
I've been in a short 2 years. So
2 years,
yes.
and you have been based here the entire time?
I have, yes. I've gone to quite a few different bases around the area. So, but yeah, Seymour is my first home. So hopefully I can come back here at some point. It's just been a good experience.
What would you like to do? You want to? Well, first of all, what do you do at the base?
Well, I'm over in the squadron at FSS, so I do a little bit of everything. Everyone's we're running around all the time, so quite enjoy that. And I love the military, so I'd love to be able to just progress in my career and just continue to learn. Like it's a very challenging job, but very rewarding, and you get to work with great people. The other event coordinators, they're in different parts of the base, and I'm getting to work with flyers and just maintainers and different people and seeing what their perspective is, getting a really big appreciation for what the Air Force does as a whole.
You hope to travel?
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, you are in the Air Force after all.
Yeah,
and you won't be taking a train, right?
Yes, it's not if you leave, it's kind of when. So.
When, right, all right. All right, well, let's put up that telephone number at the bottom of the screen. You can see it right there. And whose number is that?
That's going to be Captain Stephanie Alley, and she's one of our event coordinators. She's great, and she can answer any questions. We also have our website. You can go to just runsignup.com, and then they can go in. It has a link to our other website that has frequently asked questions. A lot of times people sort of say, oh, what do I do when I come to the base? And it just sort of lays it out for you, letting it know.
Okay, Captain Alley's phone number, 919-722-1057. Now, is there a fee for running? This is a fundraiser.
Yes, so there is a fee. So if you'd like to do the family fun run, that's $10. If you want to do the 5K, it's $25. And if you want to do the half, it's $40. So
can't beat that.
I know.
That's
you
great.
Look at the prices out in other places, very competitive runners. But because we've just been able to get so many donations, we were able to get that price down. So.
That is wonderful. Okay, 722-1057. If you want to get information or you want to go ahead and register and sign up to run on this date, November 14th.
Yes.
Beginning early, and I will suggest that if you're going to be out on the flight line, that you take a jacket with you. The wind kicks up pretty good out there.
Oh my goodness!
And we're talking the middle of November, so it's going to be a bit chilly out there. But
run a little faster.
Run faster, okay? But now, if you're as a volunteer, perhaps you're going as a spectator, be sure you take a jacket with you. All right, First Lieutenant Elizabeth Vaughan, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, such a pleasure.
Thank you. Today from the Partnership for Children here in Wayne County, we have Angela Frady. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How
Great
are you?
to see you.
You too.
Partnership for Children. Before we get to the topic, tell me about Partnership. What is that? What is Partnership for
Wayne
Children?
County Partnership for Children is an agency that has a lot of programs under one roof. They have the pre-K program, the parent prenatal class, parents as teachers, child care research and referral agency, and we're located off of William Street.
Okay, off William Street here in Goldsboro. Not too far from here.
Yes.
All right. And today you wanted to talk about the Halloween, which comes up about this time every year, towards the end of October. And what did you want to tell us about Halloween? Let's talk about Halloween safety.
Okay. With the Safe Kids campaign there at the Partnership for Children, we want to make sure that our children in Wayne County stay safe. One of the several ways that you can do that for parents is to make sure that the children have an adult with them to supervise them on Halloween night, because there's going to be a lot of children running around in costumes, and it's going to be dark, and we want to make sure that children are safe in our community. Some of the safety tips that parents need to really focus on is to make sure that the children wear outfits that are kind of bright. But of course, you know, with trick-or-treaters, they like ghosts and goblins and things like that.
Yeah.
And a lot of their costumes are darker.
Yeah.
So one of the suggestions is for them to wear glow sticks or either glowing tape on them. That way the cars, the lights can reflect off of that and pedestrians can see those children running around. Another thing is to make sure that a parent goes with the child. A child is not unsupervised, especially if they're under age 12, by themselves out here in the community.
Right.
Also, one good thing is to try to wear non-toxic paint as far as on their faces instead of a mask, because a mask can obstruct a child's view. If somebody's walking up behind them or coming up beside them, the children cannot see whoever's around them.
Yeah, that's a good thought. So you recommend using face paint of some sort to maybe paint the face, but a non-toxic.
Non-toxic.
Yeah.
And I would make sure I test that on the children.
Yeah, because they may be allergic to something
may
like
be.
that. Yeah, you want to be careful with that.
Right.
Do we now? The 31st of October, historically or traditionally, Halloween falls on a Saturday this year. Is that when the kids will be out trick or treating, or has that been decided yet?
I'm not sure if it's been decided yet, but I'm sure it's probably going to be that evening since it will be on a Saturday. And you would normally start seeing children out and about 5:30 up until about 9 o'clock. So it's going to be dark whenever they're out running around.
And unfortunately, there will be some people who are just not in the mood. So if you are if you're at home and you're just not in the mood, or you're under the weather or something like that, and you just don't want anybody knocking on the door, what do you do?
Make sure you do not open your front door or have your outside front light on.
So keep the outside light off.
Yes.
And just when if someone should come to the door, don't answer it.
Right.
All right. But turn the light off. That's the first indicator right there.
Exactly.
And if you're a youngster below the age of 30, out grabbing candy for trick or treat, and there's a house there that does not have a light on, don't go. They don't have anything.
Exactly.
Right? And
you want to make sure as well that the parent, you know, children, when they get the candy, they're so anxious to taste it and eat it. That's another thing that's very important, is for the parents to make sure they check that candy.
Check that candy. That's right.
Because you don't want any child to be poisoned or to get harmed in any way. So if they could try to deter their children from eating any of the candy until they can get back home, and check that candy out first before they eat it. Make sure there's nothing's been tampered with, no packages have been opened, or anything like that.
And you don't want any candy that is stale or perhaps contaminated with something. You just don't want that. There may be somebody who has candy that has no intention of harming children. That maybe the candy has some age to it. It may not, and it could make the kid sick, the child sick. So, Angela, that's good information now. So, do we have anything else we need to touch on about this? We touched on reflective clothing.
Right.
And not going to the house if the light's off, and checking the candy once you get back home. What else are good ideas?
The parents and the children can also carry a flashlight.
That's a good idea.
Instead of a candle or anything like that, you would want a flashlight or either those glow sticks. That way they can be seen, and the children can actually see where they're going. And try to, you know, make sure that you trick or treat in an area that you're familiar with, and a pretty well lit area.
Yeah.
That's very important.
That is important. You don't want to go somewhere where you don't know the layout of the street. You don't want to go somewhere where you don't know perhaps who the neighbors are. You just want to be cautious. Use a little common sense, right?
Exactly.
And have a safe trick-or-treat evening.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you have any children?
I have 2 grandchildren, which are
grandchildren
3 and 5.
My goodness.
So they will be trick-or-treating. And they will also go to, you know, church functions as well. But
good point.
I will probably take them somewhere. We like to go to Walnut Creek because they do have security guards out there.
All right.
And normally I usually take them there on trick or treat.
That's good. You know, and I'm glad you brought that up. There's several churches in the area that offer an evening event.
Right.
For that for Halloween evening. So it'd be a good idea if you want to go to a safe environment. That's another good way to observe Halloween evening with the kids and have a scary time.
And usually Berkeley Mall will have
yes, that's good.
an event as well.
That's right. Linda Priestley taking care of the folks out at Berkeley Mall on Halloween evening.
Exactly.
All right. Now, if anyone has any questions, there's all kinds of good information on the internet about Halloween, how to be safe. And if you want to know more about the Partnership for Children, especially if you want to know more about Charles Ivy, yeah, what an odd person he is. I'm teasing, I love Charles. But what a great organization that is, doing some mighty fine work here in Wayne County. You can see the website at the bottom of the screen there, as well as the telephone number right there, okay? It's 919-735-3371. Is that the number?
That's correct.
All right, 919-735-3371. And, of course, the website is www.pfcw.partnershipforchildrenwayne.org. All right, and our guest has been Angela Frady. And what do you do for the partnership?
I'm a parent educator with our Parents as Teacher program.
Okay.
It's a home visiting program, and that's one thing we're also focusing on this month is Halloween safety with our families.
Very good. All right, well, Angela, thank you for being
Thank
with
you.
us. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for watching. This is Wayne Goldsboro Television, in the heart of Goldsboro, in the heart of Wayne County.
And we are back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Hope you're doing well. We're ready for the weekend. It's going to be a great weekend. Again, the weather is just phenomenal over the last 2 or 3 or 4 weeks. Occasionally, like last Wednesday or so, somebody got a little bit of a sprinkle, a little bit of rain. Not everybody, but that may happen over the weekend. But just go with it. It's not going to be enough to hurt you. We've got a battle of the big bands coming up. Now, when I'm talking about big bands, I'm talking about music of the 30s and 40s and early 50s, big band music. And that's coming up with the Emerald City Big Band out of Greenville and the Starlight Dance Band out of Goldsboro. Going to be a little bit of a challenge going here, but everybody's going to win here. Tickets are $15, and this will be taking place in Greenville at the Fletcher Recital Hall Music Building on the campus of ECU, East Carolina University. Tickets are $15 for the general public. That's the general public.
General public.
General public here. Yeah, as you were. If you are an ECU student with a student ID, if you're a high school student or even younger, it's free. You get in absolutely free. And the whole idea, they're trying to raise money to help with scholarships for young people to get them into the music department at ECU.
That's great.
And that's what all these guys are hoping to do. The Emerald City Big Band is a big band of music. I mean, they played some, and I'm a big band fan, big band music from the 30s and 40s, and the Starlight Dance Band will be playing the same thing as well. So it'll be kind of a battle of the big band.
Yeah, that's going to be a great event.
It really is. November 8th in Greenville at ECU at the Fletcher Recital Hall Music Building, and $15 for the general public. And if you want tickets, you can call, or just information, you can call 1-800-ECU-ARTS, ECU Arts. And I don't know what that works out to, but on the dial. But you can go online to ecuarts.com, ecuarts.com.
Great event.
Yeah.
And Starlight Dance Band is out of where?
They're out of Wayne County, out of Goldsboro.
Your people.
That's right.
Wayne County.
That's
so
right.
what a great opportunity. And these are not small bands.
Oh,
I
no.
know big band is talking about the big era of music, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of people involved. Do you play music?
I was a drummer for many, many years in a rock band. You know.
You wild thing.
Well, no, we don't want to go there. But that's beside the point. Right. Okay. All right. Moving on.
Ta-da! Ta-da!
Don't forget, every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday now until December 7th, you can change your enrollment at Medicare, the Medicare Part D. Open enrollment taking place between now and then, December 7th, on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday at the Senior Center on East Ash Street in Goldsboro. All right. And, yes, there's more. I'm glad you said that. Downtown Goldsboro Butter Ball. The Butter Ball. Join the board and the Friends of Downtown Goldsboro for a pre-Thanksgiving celebration. Downtown Goldsboro Butter Ball. A big dance, I presume. The Butter Ball is an all-inclusive event featuring DJ Tommy King. I saw Tommy earlier today.
Great guy.
Hors d'oeuvres, heavy hors d'oeuvres, 10 pounds apiece. Heavy hors d'oeuvres from Cheryl's Catering and Beer Wine.
Which she's fantastic.
Is she
too.
really?
She is fantastic.
Cheryl's Catering and Beer and Wine. Also enjoy games and prize packs. Ticketed event will benefit the 2016 North Carolina Main Street Conference. That will be hosted in downtown Goldsboro in March. But the Butterball thing is on November 25th.
So it's right before Thanksgiving.
Right before Thanksgiving.
The hope is there's going to be a lot of people in town coming back to Goldsboro. It's going to take place at the Terrace Room, it's my understanding.
Oh, yes.
Which is on Center Street.
Right.
And for those of you watching that grew up in Goldsboro and in Wayne County, I have heard wonderful stories about the Terrace Room and a lot of things that took place in downtown Goldsboro. Well, the Wheels have done it again, and they have breathed new life into the Terrace Room. I've had the opportunity to go to 3 functions there, and it's beautiful. I mean, it is beautiful. It's beautiful. And the character of that ballroom and overlooking Center Street is pretty incredible. So if you're able to join the DGDC that night, that money, as Wayne just said, is coming to help get ready for the Main Street Conference.
Right.
So North Carolina Main Street, they choose one community to go to and hold their big event. They bring in over 500 people. And Wayne County, Goldsboro, City of Goldsboro, was chosen. So kudos to the DGDC, kudos to the City of Goldsboro, because they're going to bring a lot of people into our community, and a lot of people are going to be staying in hotels and patronizing local business. It is a beautiful thing.
My favorite story about the Terrace Room is that was where, on August 14th, 1939, WGBR went on the air at the Terrace Room at the Waynesboro House. Yeah, that's where it started. That was their first broadcast that evening at the Terrace Room. So that building, that room has a lot of history, and it's been redone, refurbished, and it's beautiful. So anyway. We got to run. We're out of time. We'll do this again Monday. Hope you have a great weekend. Join us again Monday. And if you miss any of the program, it replays at noon, then again at 5:30 p.m., then again over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So until Monday, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television.